Today is going to be the start of something that I'm going to call Crusade Tuesdays. It's where I'm going to upload a video about Crusade every Tuesday. It's going to incentivize me to upload more, and you're also going to get more content, so it's like a win-win for everyone. So, my first video that I'm going to be doing for this series is explaining why I think the Northern Hellgate is way worse than the Southern Hellgate. Now, just for clarification, the Northern Hellgate in the lore of Crusade is called the Mouth of Hell, and the Southern Hellgate in lore is called the Hellgate of Jerusalem. Now, just because those are a lot of words, I'm gonna just refer to them as the Northern and Southern Hellgate. Okay? Just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's get started. Now, in this video, I'm gonna put up my argument on why I believe that the Northern Hellgate will become a bigger issue than the Southern Hellgate. First thing is, the Southern Hellgate is stationary. It doesn't move around, so the area surrounding the Southern Hellgate, yes, is mainly controlled by the heretics. That doesn't mean they don't have pushback. For example, we know that war bands get sent into No Man's Land all the time, and No Man's Land is basically just a giant area surrounding the Hellgate of Jerusalem. That's why even despite being open for 800 years, the Heretic Legion only have real control over the Middle East. And even then, it's only part of the Middle East because the Sultanate of the Iron Wall. And any time that the heretics get anywhere close to that wall, they get sniped. Now, while yes, the Northern Hellgate is in one region, that being Northern Europe, it still moves around Northern Europe. What happens is that the Northern Gate opens up, kicks out a war band, and then they just destroy everything around them. And then after that, it closes and opens up somewhere else, and it keeps doing that over and over again. So it's very hard for the faithful factions to predict where that's going to open and properly prepare. As well as that, there has to be some negative effects that come from the Northern Hellgate opening up. Now, while there is basically just a fan theory of mine, it's just a fan theory, not even a theory, it's more of a headcanon, I do think that there has to be a negative effect for the gate opening up in your backyard. It's literally a little bit of hell just dropping in. Hell has to destroy everything around it and irreversibly damage the environment, or just damage the environment for a long period of time, which will have severe negative effects on the people surrounding the area who need that environment to survive. And that's assuming that they survive the gate opening up and the giant army coming out, because it's not like it's going to be a few weak demons. It's at least, from the pictures we've seen of it, high-level demons out there, shooting lightning around and stuff. Now, there is two things that the Southern Hellgate has going for it, and that's the people surrounding the Southern Hellgate, the heretics, and time. The Southern Hellgate opened way longer, so obviously it has way more land claims. But with that being said, it's not like the Northern Hellgate is some slouch either. With relatively short time compared to the Southern Hellgate, the Northern Hellgate has already gobbled up a lot of Northern Europe. And as well as that, there's a lot of people from the Heretic Legion helping the Northern Hellgate. And it's not just people from the Southern Hellgate that go up north to help the forces of hell. They know how to trick people into believing these demons are the old gods of Europe, and that, if they manage to help them, they will be rewarded. So they basically have heretic Vikings helping them, which, Vikings are scary as hell. Imagine them with a gun. Yeah, already a point for the heretics of the North. Now, another important idea that we need to keep in mind is the fact that the seven-headed court of the serpent will eventually want control of the North completely, because one of the many demons that are vying for control over the court wants the North. Now, this specific demon is Zimazima. Probably said that wrong. Now, what sets him apart from every other random demon is he's part of the royalty of the fallen, which is the original angels that rebelled against God, which gives him a higher chance of winning. And once he wins, he's gonna want the North, because that's what he believes is his territory, all of the North. And when someone like that takes power, it's gonna take the entirety of the church to stop him. And when the church is busy, fighting off Ziamazam and his army, it's gonna leave the South Gate ready to attack. And when that happens, Europe will certainly fall, or at least struggle a lot for the next coming years. So that's why I personally think that the Northern Hellgate is much more of a threat to the Christians in particular. For the Muslims, I would say, yeah, the Southern Hellgate is much bigger of an issue, just because that's their neighbors. But for Christianity, their neighbors is the Northern Hellgate. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Comment that down below. Explain why you think the Southern Hellgate is much worse than the Northern Hellgate. Or, if you agree with me, comment that down below. But either way, I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe.